Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, February 25th, 2021, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Really insane day today, and our statistics look spectacular, but it is really bittersweet. And so I can't say I'm feeling elated, but let's just talk about what happened. This is the Dow, and it has continued its pattern reversing from one day to the next. And after this big run up yesterday, it sold off very hard today, closing down 559 points. I'll just give you the statistics first, and then I'll talk about the individual stocks. It's easier to explain what happened when I'm talking about the individual stocks, but we had seven positions coming in. We closed those out with positive $107,000 in profit. $107,000 closed out profit for today. We got into 6 positions, 3 positive, 3 negative, and we are positive $10. That's correct, $10 positive in open trade going into tomorrow. I'm probably not going to lose much sleep about that. So let's look at our individual trades. I'm going to show 3 of them. This first one is EXPR, Express Incorporated. God, I wish we could have had a pattern like this in GameStop, which I'm going to show you next. Because this is our typical Jordy pattern where we really clean up really well. We bought this yesterday about the 3rd hour. It went against us, and then at the end of the day it turned up really hard in our favor, and we got out today with positive $15,600 in Express Incorporated. Just, that's just a perfect pattern. That's what we love to see. That's a typical Jordy pattern. In one day, out near the open the next day, and then it sells off, and we basically get out at almost the high of the day. That is the perfect pattern. That's what I wanted to see with GameStop. Unfortunately, that wasn't what we got. And so I'll show you GameStop next. And this thing, yesterday we bought it, 1,500 shares at about 50.51. Big run up at the end of the day, and then big gap up this morning. Pulled back. Look, I thought, oh God, here we go. And it came back, and this is what really threw me today with GameStop. It made new highs here. This is, with maybe 3 hours to go. I mean, this is past the halfway mark of the day. And when I see that happen in stocks, it's almost certain that it's going to go higher, or at least maintain that level. It's not going to reverse like it did, but that's exactly what happened today. The thing reversed, and we ended up exiting GameStop at about 109. Okay. We took almost $90,000 in profit right there. In spite of taking it on the downside here, we still took we still took basically $90,000 in profit out of GameStop. The problem is that if we could have taken it up here, or could have taken it here, or could have taken it in the pre-market, we would have had about $150,000 more profit than we did when we're getting out here with 90,000. Now, maybe you think I'm greedy, but like I say, what I wanted to see with this is a pattern like we had with Express Incorporated, and we didn't get it. And this is the second time we've had a really big trade in GameStop that kind of did the same thing. We just left a huge amount of profits on the table. So it doesn't feel real good, even though it's a $90,000 win. I don't know how else to say it. GameStop's staying in our portfolio next month. I'm not going to drop it out. You know, I just hope that it doesn't have one of these days where it opens at 300 or 400 and we end up having to buy it on the open. But hey, you just have to follow the system. And in spite of the fact I'm a little bit disappointed with this, I still got to emphasize to people, follow the system. The next GameStop we get that's going big like this, and you think, well, look what happened at those last two periods. I'm going to override the system, and I'm going to get up. You're going to end up leaving $200,000 on the table because you overrode the system. Don't stick with Jordy. Jordy has done great. We had a fabulous month in September, February, even with these disappointments. So stick with the system, but it's still a little bit upsetting. Finally, I want to show you, this is our market hedge against a crash. This is UVXY, ProShares UltraVix Short. We have 18,000 shares in this thing. We bought it with about 3 hours to go. It kept going up there, and we are carrying positive $17,800 in open trade equity in ProShares UltraVix Short. So this is the only reason why you have that positive $10, because the other stocks we had, there's just I don't know if there's 3 or 4 of them, but those are doing really bad because the Dow's falling. But this is our hedge, and the hedge worked today, and it kept us in slightly positive territory with those other stocks. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Anyway, hey, I can't be upset with a day we close out $106,000. So I'm going to leave you with that. This is Trader Bob signing off. See you tomorrow on Freaky Friday.